field for today's regional playoff game between the Brill Millers and the Elmwood Expos. Here's the starting lineup for the visiting Brill Millers. At shortstop, number 3, Bill Brown. Center field, number 15, Kirby Bruncliffe. Left field, number 29, Chris Walters. At DH, number 27, Brandon Johns. Pitching, number 22, Hunter Ashland. First base, number 34, Jared Fisk. In right field, number 77, Reese Dietrich. Catching, number 10, Logan Heil. Second base, number 23, Matt Juza. And at third base, number 6, Wyatt Bowe. And the starting lineup for the home team, Elmwood Expos. In center field, number 2, Tyler Churchill. At second base, number 8, Adam Churchill. In left field, number 23, Briggs Richards. At shortstop, number 10, Cody Wilden. At third base, number 17, Tim Green. At first base, number 15, Jonah Lansing. In right field, number 14, Wyatt Sunby. The designated hitter for the Expos, number 20, Connor Cruz. At catcher, number 25, Spencer Trainer. And pitching for the Expos, number 35, Mason Dado. Dado.
Thank you.
Well, hello everybody. Joe Anderson here on behalf of Zaleski Sports. We're bringing you our last baseball game of this season as we wrap up this WBA regional tournament here at Jack Heckman Field in beautiful downtown Marshfield. My producer is Chris Anderson. And our game today, the final game of the season, features the Brill Millers and the Elmwood Expos. We had a 10-inning affair at the noon game as the Washburn Sharptails came back to win in 10 over the Eau Claire Bears, 8-7. Quite a game. See if this game can match that one we just watched here on the network. Thank you for tuning in. Pardon me. We look at the defense for the Elmwood Expos. Catching is Spencer Trainer, Jonah Lansing at first, Adam Churchill, the second baseman. Tim Green is at third. Cody Holden is the shortstop. Briggs Richards is the left fielder. Tyler Churchill in center. Wyatt Sunby in right. Connor Cruz is the DH. And Mason Dado is the pitcher on the mound for the Elmwood Expos. Elmwood and Brill, both from the upper northwest corner of the state. About a 3-hour drive for each team. Expos finished at 10-8 in the St. Croix Valley Baseball League. And the Millers finished 10-8 in the Independent League. We'll see what happens here as we get underway. The Millers will send to the plate here in the top of the first. Bill Brown, Kirby Bruncliffe, and Chris Walters. And we're underway at 3:34 p.m. 3:32 is correct. Kevin corrected me. He was right. And it's 67 degrees here. Who would believe that on the 14th of August? Humidity's still hanging around. Still overcast. No lights on yet. And the count 1-2 to Bill Brown, the leadoff hitter for the Millers. Just underway here from Jack Heckman Field in this final game of the tournament. And that pitch high, 2-2 the count. Leave your name and a positive, well, I'll leave a positive comment on the YouTube page. I'll give you a shout out on the air. Little flare. It's going to drop for a base hit. And that's been the theme of the day here at Jack Heckman. Little flares dropping for base hits. It'll bring up Kirby Bruncliffe. Kirby Bruncliffe, the center fielder, with Bill Brown at first. Again, leave a positive comment on the YouTube page, and I'll give you a shout out over the air. And a bunt attempt by Bruncliffe, and it's caught. Can they get a double play? No. Pop that bunt up in the air. Spencer Traynor able to snag it and gun it to Jonah Lansing at first, but Bill Brown got back to the bag before the force out. This will bring up Chris Walters, the left fielder. The Millers, their jerseys are white pants and the stripe, and blue jerseys similar to the LA Dodger, Brooklyn Dodger jerseys. If you look at their caps, they have the B in the style of the old Brooklyn Dodgers. And their uniforms are in Dodger style as well. And he pops it up. Could be trouble. Churchill gives right chase in center and makes the catch. So Walters flies out to Churchill for 2 down. That'll bring up the DH, Brandon Johns. And he's kind of got that Josh Turner look going on for him. Josh Turner, the third baseman for the LA Dodgers. Only he wears number 10 and has that pine tar slick down the back of his jersey for every game. Here's the pitch. Strike one. 0-1 the count to the DH, Brandon Johns. Sun tried to make a peek out as he takes strike 2. And there was a break in the clouds, and they have not broken up enough. They've covered back up, and so we're back to kind of a gloomy overcast, but no rain. 0-2 the count with 2 away. Here's the pitch, and Bill Brown's going to get the stolen base. Spencer Traynor is the catcher. He tried to get that ball out of the glove. Transfer didn't work out as well, and that pitch high and in. Count even at 2-2. Sun trying to peek out. Here's the pitch. Fly ball. Left center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. They're going to send Brown. Brown is going to come in and score. Yes, he is standing up. So Johns will get an RBI single and head to second as the play went to home, and Bill Brown scores. It's 1-0. Miller's here in the top of the first. We hope that the audio and video are in sync for this game. We had some comments from viewers that said sometimes it was a little not coordinated. Hope we took care of that between games. We thank you for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Final game for baseball for me this year. As we move on to football and volleyball, count now 2-0 to Hunter Ashland, the pitcher. 2 outs with Brandon Johns at second. 3-1 now. 3-0 the count. Mason Dado on the hill for the Expos. And Ashland draws the 2-out walk. Bring up Jared Fisk, the first baseman. Jared Fisk, as Dado and Traynor talk, gives me a moment to tell you about Fleet Farm. Get all your pet supplies at Fleet Farm. For dogs, cats, and wild birds, you'll find the top brands and an unbeatable selection of food, treats, toys, grooming, bedding, even health items. Get everything you need in one stop at Fleet Farm. Conference is over. That pitch low one in the dirt from Dado. Traynor, good block. Hunter Ashland at first. Brandon Johns at second. That pitch high. Dado struggling here. Gave up a leadoff single. Had 2 flyouts, and since then given up another RBI single and a walk. The pitch. There's a strike. Makes it 2-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Big swing. Off-speed pitch. 2-2 the count. Will he bring the heater or will he go off-speed? Let's see what Dato does. And he brought the fastball, but it was low. The Elmwood Expos. Mason Dato. The pitch. High. Oh, he called a strike and tagged him. The Millers bring in 1 run, and they do it on 3 hits. Or pardon me, 2 hits. No errors, and 2 left on. Half an inning in, and the Millers lead the Expos 1-0. You are watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Really got to understand what what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Welcome back, friends, to today's final game of the WBA tournament here in Marshfield. Joe Anderson here bringing you play-by-play. Let's look at the defense for the Brill Millers. Logan Heil is catching. Jer Fisk at first. Matt Yuza at second. Wyatt Bowe is the third baseman. Bill Brown, the shortstop. Chris Walters in left. Kirby Brunklick in center. Reese Dietrich in right. The DH is Brandon Johns, and on the hill for the Millers is Hunter Ashland. Left-hander for Brill. He'll face Tyler Churchill, Adam Churchill, and Briggs Richards here in the bottom of the first inning. The Millers sporting that Dodger-style jersey, and the Expos kind of doing a combo of the, in my opinion, the combo of the 83 White Sox and the mid to late 70s to mid 80s Houston Astros. Not so many stripes. More like those 83 White Sox uniforms. I remember those were pretty cool in 83. White Sox have gone through an awful lot of uniform styles. The Yankees, since about the 1915-16, have stayed with that pinstripe ever since. Only thing they've done is just a logo in the left heart and a number in the back. It's pretty standard. In New York on the front and the number on the back in gray. Tyler Churchill takes ball 1 from Ashland. Pitch 2, high and away. 2-0. Elmwood comes in at this game the 24 seed. The Millers the 25 seed. Millers are 1-0 in this tournament. The Expos are 0-1. Expos lost to the Redhawks of Wisconsin Rapids yesterday by the score of 7-2. And the Brill Millers defeated the Redhawks of Wisconsin Rapids 6-3. 3-1 the count. Eau Claire Bears finished Pool A at 1-1. Marshfield at 0-2, in the Washburn Sharptails 2-0. And Pool A, that pool is completed. So Washburn 2-0, Eau Claire 1-1, and Marshfield 0-2. Pool B. Now we're going to have to discuss this. If the catcher reaches into the strike zone with his mitt and the batter hits it, that is defensive interference. And he'll get first base. So that's going to be the call. As Tyler Churchill will go to first base. It's now counted as an at-bat. That's one of those, again, we've seen a lot of different things here in this tournament. Defensive interference, the catcher cannot reach into that strike zone. That's the batter's area where he can swing the bat. And that was the call. As Heil stuck that glove in too far. And Tyler Churchill was right. He said it was catcher interference. So Tyler Churchill at first. And he takes off and he's hit. So Adam Churchill gets hit by the pitch. Tyler Churchill was trying to steal, and Hunter Ashland flopped on his back going, oh, sugar beets. Didn't mean to do that. Kind of scared there when he did that because we had a game here in July, and one of the Haugen pitcher collapsed during a pitch later in the game, and he had pulled a quad muscle in his leg. And they try to pick off Tyler Churchill. Second, the ball skips off of him. Matt Yuza there to scoop it up. So we'll still have runners at first and second, nobody out. Infield fly situation here. Left-handed Briggs Richards, the batter. One and 0 the call to Richards. Cody Holden on deck. Ashland checks the runners. Comes to the plate. And an excuse me swing, fouled it off. Tried to pull that back and couldn't, and ticked off the bat. Ashland goes back to second, but will hold the ball. These teams not very far apart in terms of location. They're fairly close. 2-1 the count to Cody Holden, to Briggs Richards. Bottom of the first. And 2 on. The pitch. Chopper right back to Ashland. He'll go to third for the force. And Richards will get the first on the fielder's choice.
Number 10, Cody Holden.
Adam Churchill at second now. Briggs Richards at first. And the shortstop, Cody Holden, will step in and he takes ball one. Ashland, the pitch. Right down Broadway, strike one. Called a strike. Holden doesn't agree with that call. One and two the count to Cody Holden. And they got Churchill in the pickle. Can they tag him? They do. No, they didn't have him. He tagged him, but he tagged him with the hand that didn't have the ball in it. Oh, no, he did tag him. We got the out. Okay, all right, now we're good. Briggs Richards, during that melee, went to second. There we go. That's better. 2 outs now. So Adam Churchill picked off in a pickle. .165. That pitch gets away. And Richards is going to go to third and around and look and stay. Yes, my last game broadcasting for baseball this year. Starting on Friday, football. 12 games each week on the Zaleski Sports Network. And he swings and misses on strike 2. Strike 3, and Holden is out. Kind of an interesting first, bottom of the first. We had some interference. We had a pickle. But no runs scored for the Expos. And they do it on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 1 inning complete. It is the Brill Millers 1 and the Elmwood Expos 0. You are watching Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA Regional Tournament Baseball.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Nikolai Construction says it's time to get back to work. It's time to find a great job with great pay at Nikolai Construction. Nikolai Construction of Marshfield is a well-established family-owned business with a welcoming environment for you to be part of today. Find year-round work in carpentry, concrete, steel, and excavation that has you home every night. Stop in and see Brad or Rob at Nikolai Construction on East 29th Street in Marshfield to get started. Get back to work with Nikolai Construction. Top of the second. Reese Dietrich, Logan Heil, and Matt Yuza due up for the Millers. Second inning of work for Mason Dato. Dietrich got the win yesterday. He looks a little befuddled at that strike call. 1-2 the count to the right fielder. And the pitch. And he hits a ground ball right to the first baseman, Jonah Lansing. And he'll get the force out at first. He'll bring up Logan Heil, the catcher. Had a chance to interview Reese Dietrich yesterday. All the players for all the teams that have been here, very personable, very friendly. Really appreciate that. Here's the pitch. Logan Heil behind in the count, 0-1. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. We've had, during these 3 days, some runs scored in unusual ways. We've had pitchers, as he strikes out Logan Heil. We've had pitchers hit in the shins. We've had balls whiz right by their ears. We've had some comebackers right in the glove. And we've had a lot of bloop hits. No home runs. Not much power. A lot of bloop hits. This is the number 9 hitter, Matt Yuza. Tell he's wearing a Haugen Hornets jersey and outfit. Again, you're allowed to have some players come play for your team from other teams, but there's rules and regulations to follow. For information on that, I suggest you go to the WBA, the Wisconsin Baseball Association website, and check that out for more information. 2-0 to count to Yuza. Make it 3-0. Two outs here in the top of the second. The pitch. Ball 4. So Yuza draws the 2-out walk. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Bill Brown, who scored the only run of the ball game so far in the top of the first. He led off the game with a single, stole second. Brandon Johns with an RBI single brought him in. Time called. The only difference between these Expos unis and the White Sox unis is that the Expos have the number on the left side below the logo. Throw back to first. And Joe Lansing caught it. He ended up laying on top of Yuza. Just one of those things that happens over there. Another throwback to first. That time it didn't happen. Still no count against Bill Brown. Dato's pitch, strike. And Trainer can't come up with it cleanly, and Yuza will get the stolen base at second. Second time in as many innings as he's lost the handle on the transfer. Friends, leave a positive comment on the YouTube page, and I'll give you a shout out on the air. See, we have 20 people viewing. Love to give shout outs on the air. 1-2 the count to Brown. 2-2. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3, but the ball gets past Trainer. Dato will be credited with the strikeout, but the pass ball allows Brown to go to first, and Yuza advances to third. So runners at the corners with 2 outs, and Kirby Bruntcliffe, the center fielder, who popped up to Spencer Trainer on that bunt attempt in the first, takes strike 1. I'll give a shout out to these teams. Both the Expos and the Millers, they've had around a 3-hour drive down to Marshfield for this tournament. Shows the dedication of all these players to give up a weekend and spend 6 hours on the road driving Hey, Scott Watkins. Hello from Wilmar, Minnesota. Go Expos. Thank you, Scott. Count even at 1-1 to Bruncliffe. And he hits a chopper right at the first baseman, Lansing, who will get the put out. No runs come in here in the top of the first for the Millers. No hits, no runs, and 2 left on. Head to the bottom of the second. Millers leading the Expos 1-0. You're watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and More than just awards.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
Tim Green leads things off here in the bottom of the second. Just enjoyed a couple of those yummy Nasonville cheese curds. The Nasonville Dairy sponsors our post-game show. Tim Green, John Lansing, and Wyatt Sunby up here in the bottom of the second for the Expos. And Tim Green takes ball 1. Left-hander Hunter Ashland on the mound for the Millers. Fly ball center field. Back goes Brunclick, and makes the catch for out number 1. With 1 out, John Lansing, the first baseman, comes to bat. Number 6 hitter in the lineup for the Expos. About the only thing kids would know about Expo or Expos are the markers that they use on the whiteboards. Expos were a great team in Canada and Montreal. Major League-wise, strike 1. Their fate was that they played in lousy stadiums. Jerry Park and Olympic Stadium. In the 1 year that they probably most likely would have went to the World Series. Thought about a strike, called it a ball. Anyway, the Expos of Montreal, the 1 year that they most likely would have gone to the World Series, as they had the strongest team in either league, was 1994, and what happened? Player strike. No World Series in 94. They finally didn't get it resolved until April of 95. And by that time, the dismantling of the Expos had occurred, and eventually they ended up moving and going to Washington, D.C. and becoming the Nationals. 1-2 the count. Swung and struck him out. So Lansing punched out by Ashland, 2 away. Right fielder Wyatt Sunby, the number 7 hitter, comes to bat. A lot of lefties for the Expos and for the Millers. Ashland pitching from the stretch. The pitch. Strike. Only trouble with these Nasonville Dairy cheese curds, you eat a couple and you want to eat more. Swing and a miss. They are yummy. I've been spoiled. I've had them now for 2 days in a row. 0-2 the count to Wyatt Sunby and the pitch. Struck him out. So back-to-back strikeouts, 3 up, 3 down here in the bottom of the second. Millers continue to lead the Expos 1-0. You're watching WBA tournament baseball action on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Midstate Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Midstate Technical College.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
We're back. We're back here at Marshfield in Jack Hackman Field. Final baseball game of the season here for Zaleski Sports. Starting next week, we get into the fall sports seasons for high school. Football will dominate. Starting on, I'm not sure for Thursday. Friday, I know for sure. And our Chief Operating Officer, Jason Zaleski, has told me that they have 12 crews that are available for games. So we'll be bringing you around 12 games a week. So if you like high school football, tune into Zaleski Sports. And by the way, Zaleski Sports is Wisconsin's largest high school sports broadcasting network. Top of the third for the Millers will be Chris Walters, Brandon Johns, and Hunter Ashland. And Walters fouls that over by first base for strike one. Coming even at a ball on the strike. Dodgers have won 12 in a row in Major League Baseball. A fly ball. Back goes Tyler Churchill on center. Now he comes up and makes the catch for out number one. I'll bring up Brandon Johns, the DH. Kind of the Josh Turner doppelganger. Yeah, Major League Baseball getting pretty interesting now. At National League West, with the Dodgers, it was supposed to be Dodgers and Padres neck and neck, and they traded for the Padres traded for Juan Soto, and since they've traded for him and Josh Hader from the Brewers, their offense has kind of gone south, and so has their pitching, and the Dodgers keep moving along. And then Fernando Tatis, I believe that's who it is for the Padres, tested positive for some pharmaceuticals that are not allowed by Major League Baseball, and he received an 80-game suspension. Of course, the Brewers and the Cardinals neck and neck in the Central, and they're playing a big series this weekend in St. Louis. You don't see the Cardinals not playing very well at all. They always seem to come back. They may have one down year, and then the next year they're right back at it. 2-2 to count. To Brandon Johns. And the Brewers and the Dodgers will be playing this upcoming weekend. And that pitch high for ball four. So Brandon Johns draws the one-out walk. And Hunter Ashland comes to bat, the pitcher, walked in the first. The way he flopped, when he made me kind of chuckle and think of Mark Fidrich. He hit a batter, didn't mean to. As soon as he did it, he flopped on his back and went, ah, phooey. And nobody's out. Ball was hit to Lansing at first. He wanted to try to get that lead runner, the force out, and it was too late. So Hunter Ashland, the pitcher, gets a fielder's choice, and Brandon Johns slides into second safely. Jer Fisk, strikeout victim in the first, 0 for 1. Here in the background, the Sioux train. Or not the Sioux train, the Canadian National Sioux. That was a long time ago, SOO. Sioux line has not been in existence for a long time. Keith Meacham, if you're watching, excuse me for that. Keith Meacham is sort of the resident railroad historian in this area. If you want to know about railroads, talk to Keith. He knows. Fouled right. That was a unique foul. Good swing of the bat by Fisk. He ticked it, went off of Spencer Trainor's mask, and then hit the screen. Of course, the National League East is another story. Here's the pitch. Strike call. The Mets and the Braves fighting it out. Phillies, who knows about them? They're kind of in a funk. And, of course, the Nationals, they're rebuilding. And that pitch way inside. Fisk turns and looks up at us in the press box and goes, okay. All righty. 3-2 the count, the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. No. Didn't catch that tip. So he stays alive. Runners at first and second with one out. Here's the pitch. There, he struck out. Good swing, though, for Fisk. One away brings up Reese Dietrich. And the right fielder, tall young man, takes strike one. In the American League, the Yankees were really hot until latter part of July, early August, and they started to cool off. Made some trades, which the Yankees always do. They seem to have kind of righted the ship. Tampa Bay hanging around, and good base hit by Dietrich, and they're going to send Johns, and Johns is going to score the second run of the ball game for the Millers. So an RBI single for Reese Dietrich. Ashland has advanced to third base for Brill, and that'll bring up Logan Heil. The catcher struck out looking in the second inning. Reese Dietrich at first and Hunter Ashland at third with one out. And that ball gets past Trainer, and that'll allow Ashland to score. The second run of the third inning for the Millers. Mason Dato is, I know he's only given up 3 runs, but he's been struggling here in this start. The pitch. Gets a strike over. And fly ball to right. Sunby with the catch. And that'll end the inning. Millers get 2 here in the top of the third, and they do it on one hit. They leave one on, and there was an error on that pass ball. So after 2.5 innings, Brill leads Elmwood 3-0. You are watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great childcare you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
It's okay.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Friends, H&S Manufacturing in Marshfield is hiring. If you're a hardworking individual, then H&S needs you. Do you want a solid company that offers top wages along with a very generous benefits package? Then check out the open positions at H&S. H&S benefits include health, dental, life, and disability, plus 401k, cash bonuses, $2 shift bonus, and a substantial vacation plan that has you earning vacation from your very first day. H&S is looking for welders, painters, and assemblers for both first and second shifts. To apply online, Google them at H&S Manufacturing or log on to HSMFG.co. Bottom of the third inning. And the Expos will bring up Connor Cruz, Spencer Trainer, and Tyler Churchill, 8-9 one-hitters in the lineup, facing lefty Hunter Ashland here in his third inning of work. Struck out 3, hit 1 batter. Has Mr. Ashland. The Millers scored 1 in the first and 2 here in the top of the third and lead 3-0. Joe Anderson here along with Chris Anderson, my producer, bringing you this game today. Final game of the WBA Regional Tournament here in Marshfield at Jack Hackman Stadium. Actually, Jack Hackman Field. And it's 2-0 to Cruz. Make it 2-1. We know that Scott is watching from Wilmore, Minnesota. Leave a comment on the YouTube page, and I'll give you a shout-out on the air. Count even now at 2-2 to Connor Cruz. Sun desperately trying to break through the clouds. It's gotten brighter, but as soon as it starts to brighten up, the clouds get heavier again. It's been overcast since Friday, so all 3 days of this tournament, it's been overcast. Yesterday, the lights were on for all 3 games. A mist hung in the air. Swing and a miss for strike 3. And it's just been kind of a gloomy weekend weather-wise, but some exciting baseball here at Jack Hackman Field. Spencer Trainer, the catcher, the number 9 batter. And he hits a fly ball that could drop. No! What a catch by Chris Walters in left. Nice play by the left fielder to get the out. That'll bring up leadoff hitter Tyler Churchill, who reached first base on interference by the catcher and was put out at third on a force out. So he's 0 for 0, as that interference at bat does not count. It's similar to like a walk or a hit by pitch, and he swings at strike 1. Expos looking for their first run of the game here in the bottom of the third. They trail by 3. That pitch high. 1-1 the count. Yep, Friday we start with football. I know I'll be in the CETA and Chris will be in St. Croix Falls. Steve Mays and I will cover Nasita. Chris will be with Charlie Moore and Emmett Konieczny covering Spencer Columbus. 2-1 the count, the pitch. Foul out of play. Left-hander Hunter Ashland struck out 3, make that 4. Yet to walk a batter. Little dribble to the third baseman. Bo gets it. 3 up, 3 down. Go with the Expos here in the bottom of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left on. We head to the 4th inning with the Millers leading the Expos 3-0. You are watching WBA Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin, is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. Top of the 4th inning and leading things off will be Matt Yuza, Bill Brown, and then Kirby Bruncliffe for the Millers. Yuza fouls it out of play for strike 1. Final day of the Marshfield Regional of the Wisconsin Baseball Association Regional Tournament. State coming up next weekend. And that's going to be chopped foul. To find out who has qualified for the tournament, go to the Wisconsin Baseball Association website and check it out. Oh, and 2 to Yuza here in the top of the 4th. The pitch. Fouled back. Final baseball game for Chris and I this year. We start football and volleyball next week. Shucks, we even do a soccer game. Not next week, but one of these days. Now, did he foul that or what? Yeah, he did foul it off. Count remains 0-2 to Matt Yuza, the second baseman. Dado, the pitch. Make it 1-2. Finishing up that kind of a review of mine of the major leagues in the American League. Did the National, got the East done of the American League. Central, and foul out of play. Got the Twins still in the lead in the division. And the disappointing White Sox. Tony La Russa not doing so well in his second stint with the Sox. First time around was in the 80s. And the ownership of the White Sox always regretted firing him in the mid-80s, as he went on to bigger and better things with the Cardinals and won a couple of World Series and also with the A's. Now in his second stint with the White Sox, and Mr. La Russa is pushing He's in his mid to late 70s, and a lot of people questioning his moves. He's had intentional walks given to batters who are in the hole 0-2. And a swing and a miss for strike 3 of Yuza. So Yuza goes down on strikes. Cleveland Guardians going back to the division, hanging around. And Detroit, they're in big-time rebuilding mode. And the Twins keep hanging in front in first place. No one picked them to be close. Everybody was, the consensus view was going to be the White Sox all the way, and they've not gotten the job done. And Bill Brown, the batter, 1 for 2 with a single, a run scored, a stolen base, and a strikeout. 2-3-0 the count to Brown. In the American League West, it's Houston and 4 guys named Bob, as they are running away with that division again. Disappointing California Angels. You could tell how old I am. The LA Angels of Anaheim. Even with Shohei Ohtani, the only time they win is when he pitches. Swing and a miss. Fouled it off. The A's of Oakland. They're playing that awful stadium there in the basement. The Mariners are the ones that are surprising. Fly ball. Could be trouble. And it is. Over the head of Churchill. And Brown rounds first. And will trot back. So a single for Bill Brown. So the Astros are far ahead of the Mariners, but the Mariners, they're one of those teams you don't want to play around with because they can sneak up and beat you, especially in the playoffs. Because once the playoffs start, anything can happen. We noticed that yesterday. The Rapids Redhawks came in undefeated in their division of the baseball league in the Dairyland. Fly ball to right field. Back goes Sundby. Sundby back into the track. Brown is going to be held up at third and didn't get him. So a double for Kirby Bruncliffe to the warning track. So Bill Brown will advance to third. Bruncliffe ran past second, got about a third of the way past it. Had to hit the brakes because they held Brown up at third and just got back in time. Chris Walters now the batter. And he's 0 for 2. He's had 2 flyouts to Tyler Churchill in center. Yeah, whenever the playoffs happened, as I was saying yesterday, the Redhawks came in red hot, and the Brill Millers beat them. The number 1 seed in the tournament, the Rapids Redhawks. And the Redhawks came back and defeated these Expos 7-2 yesterday in the nightcap game. Swing and a miss. 2-1 the count. So Major League Baseball in the dog days of August. An expanded playoffs. Now they've got 3 wild card teams, so 12 teams qualify for the playoffs. Strike 2. See if the Brewers can qualify. The division winners are in, and then they take the 3 best teams, record-wise, qualify. Right to the third baseman. Goes home. Gets the tag. Brown tagged out. So Brown tagged out at home. For the second out, fielder's choice for Walters. That'll bring Brandon Johns to the plate. Brandon is 1 for 1. RBI single in the first and walked and scored in the third. Runners at the corners with 2 outs. Throw back to first. And Jonah Lansing knocks down that low throw from Dado. Dado and Cody Holden with the Sox, along with Tyler Churchill and Wyatt Sunby in right. You haven't figured it out already. I like the guys that wear the stirrups or the socks. I'm not a fan of the long pants, although I am a fan of the long pants for refereeing football. I do not miss those knickers for refereeing football. Not one bit. 2-0 the count. Here to Brandon Johns with 2 outs. Snap throw to first. Walters back in time. See if the Millers will do a double steal here. I think that's what the Expos are thinking, maybe up. And a free pass for Johns. Second walk. Walked in the 3rd inning.
Number 22, Hunter.
So Hunter Ashland will step into the batter's box from the left-hand side. Spencer Trainer will talk to Mason Dado, his pitcher. Friends, Hawkins Ass CPAs is a certified public accounting firm that's big enough to serve you but small enough to care. Accounting professionals in the firm's Marshfield office provide local tax and accounting services and are backed with the resources and support of 9 other offices and more than 150 team members. Contact Hawkins Ass CPAs in Marshfield for all your tax and accounting needs. Visit them online at hawkinsass.cpa to learn more. Alrighty, bases loaded with 2 outs. And a swing and a miss by Hunter Ashland. Kirby Bruncliffe at third, Chris Walters at second, and Brandon Johns at first. Ashland 0 for 1 with a walk. Scored a run. That snap throw back to the third baseman, Tim Green. And Bruncliffe dives back into third safe. 0-2 the count to Ashland. The pitch. High for ball 1. Both of these teams with about a 3-hour drive home after tonight's game. Here's the pitch. And outside. Count even now at 2-2. Here's the pitch. And foul down the right field line for Hunter Ashland. This game started at 3:12 or 3:32. 67 degrees when we started. It's warmed up a little bit, and that pitch in high and tight. Now we're full. Runners will go on the pitch since there's 2 out in the full count. Dado comes set to the plate. And he walked him. So an RBI walk for Hunter Ashland. We'll bring in Kirby Bruncliffe. Everybody moves up 90 feet. Chris Walters now at third. And Brandon Johns at second.
Number 34, Jared Fisk.
Fourth walk of the game for Mason Dado. And Jared Fisk 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts here this afternoon at bat. One of the other observations this weekend is an awful lot of runs scored with 2 outs for teams. 1-1 the count. Dado, the pitch. Popped up, out of play. The Elmwood crowd a little bit more vocal. I think a little bit more of a contingent than the Brill crowd. But you know, when you got to drive 3 hours to watch a game, it's like going to a Brewer game, but doggone it, it's an awful lot less money to park and pay to get into for these regional games than it is for a major league game. At least you can do it. You can even get some beverages and whatnot for under $20. Held up. No. From my view up here, he did not come around. So good call, Jared. For Jared Fisk, still alive, 2-2 the count. Struck him out. 1 run comes in for the Millers. They now extend their lead to 4-0 here over the Expos. We head to the bottom of the 4th. You are watching WBA tournament action here on Zaleski Sports.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com. Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Welcome back to Zaleski Sports broadcast of the Marshfield Regional Tournament of the WBA Regional. Joe Anderson here along with Chris Anderson, my producer. Got to give a shout out to Whisk Guitar. He said he took a long vacation, didn't expect to come back and watch more baseball. Awesome job, sports, for covering Zaleski Sports, for covering all you do. I got to work on this. He says, my third favorite announcer, Joe, on the call. I wonder who the other two are. I got to work my way up the ladder. Thanks, Whisk Guitar, for watching. As the Canadian National Freight goes through. Adam Churchill, Briggs Richards, and Cody Holden due up here in the bottom of the 4th for the Expos. Hunter Ashland, 4th inning of work for the Millers, and that pitch in the dirt. Ashland has struck out 4, yet to walk anybody, and actually has a no-hitter going through 3. Double check that to make sure I'm not talking out of my ear. Yes, he's got a no-hitter through 3. Only blemish has been a hit batter, and there was interference by the catcher, so he's only allowed 3 base runners, and that was all in the 1st inning. So a no-hitter through 3 for Hunter Ashland, the lefty pitcher for the Millers. Curveball drops in for a strike. I'm going to work hard, Whisk Guitar. I want to be your number 1 announcer. 3 is good, but 1's the best. 2-2 the count. The pitch popped him up. In trouble, but it's going to die right in front of Bill Brown, the shortstop, and he makes the catch. 1 away brings up Briggs Richards. Richartz. That's how the spelling has been on that gentleman's name. Left-handed batter. That pitch high for ball 1. Elmwood, the 24th seeded team in the regionals this year, and Brill, the 25th seed. Brill and Haugen are fairly close to each other. Right up the box, and there goes the no-hitter. So The other side said, Joe, you jinxed him. As soon as you said he had a no-hitter, that's when he... So the first base hit for the Expos breaks up the no-hitter by Hunter Ashland with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. Sorry, Hunter. Cody Holden, the batter. Takes strike one. As soon as I say the pitcher hasn't walked anybody, they'll walk somebody. The pitch. There goes Richards, and he's in safely in second with the stolen base. Speed of Richards gets the base stolen. Logan Heil got the transfer down that time. He's struggled a couple of stolen bases there, but not that time. Just speed beat him to it. 1-1 the count to Cody Holden. Ashton will step off. Richards will tidy up the cleats and the bottoms of the pants. Take a good lead off a second. Yuza kind of shades him over at second base, and he'll swing back to position. And again, Ashland steps off. They're going to talk some sign business. Final game of the tournament here at Jack Hackman Field. Our final game here of baseball, I believe, for Zaleski Sports. I know my final baseball game of the season. Started way back in April with high school baseball. Did a couple games with a winter coat on, even up here. A couple of games that we played that were in the low to mid 30s amid the snowflakes. And here finishing it up on August 14th. And we have temperatures, I'll check the temp in a minute, but it's probably in the low 70s. Ashland's pitch, swing and a miss. First strike two. One out with Briggs Richards at second. The pitch from Ashland. Right down Broadway for strike three. 2 away now brings up Tim Green. Hard to believe that tomorrow is August 15th. That's always kind of a special day in my world, as my father's father was born on that day in 1896, and my mother's mother was born on that day, August 15th, in 1909. And they grew up about a mile away from each other, but 13 years difference. 0-1 to count to Tim Green. Richard still at second. And a fly ball in right field. And Yuza will call everybody off and make the catch for out number 3. Ashland's attempt for a no-hitter broken up here in the bottom of the fourth by Briggs Richards. 1 hit, no runs. Nobody left on. We head to the 5th inning with the Millers leading the Expos 4-0. Zaleski Sports proudly bringing you WBA Regional Baseball Tournament action here today.
Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken of Marshfield has been voted Best Pizza in Marshfield 12 years in a row. With popular choices like broccoli bacon cheese, drunken chicken, or any of the 25 specialty pizzas, Scotty's is ready to earn your vote now at 715-384-8118. Choose Scotty's for pizza, chicken, subs, sandwiches, and more. Carry out, dine-in, and delivery. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715
384-8118.
Welcome back to our baseball game here in Zaleski Sports. Evan Cisco now in relief for the Expos here in the fifth, and replacing Mason Dato. The pitching line for Mason Dato of the Expos: 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 walks, 6 strikeouts, and responsible for 4 runs. Or 4 runs scored during his time he was pitching. Evan Cisco. On the mound. And he's facing Reese Dietrich. Also coming up will be Logan Heil and Matt Yuza, 7-8-9 batters for the Millers. Tom Suave, the manager of the Expos, and Todd and John Bruntklick manage Elmwood. Thanks, Whisk Guitar. Yes, I do other sports: baseball, softball, basketball, football, ground ball to the second baseman. Churchill will scoop it up, get it over to Lansing at first for the first out. Finish that thought for Whisk Guitar.
Number 10, Logan.
Soccer. Done a couple. I'm going to do my first. No, I've done some soccer before. I've done soccer, track, football, baseball, softball, basketball, wrestling, swimming. What else? I have not done hockey yet, but Jason has mentioned that I might be in line to do a hockey game. I've done golf. Man for all seasons. And hit him. So Logan Heil hit by the pitch.
Number 23, Matt Juza.
I have not done gymnastics. Or curling. So Whisk Guitar, I hope that answers your question. He's going to try to move me up at his list of announcers. Love the viewers. Love the viewers. Thanks for tuning in. We are in the top of the fifth. And this is Matt Yuza, the batter. And Evan Cisco in his first inning of work here in relief for the Expos. One and one the count to Yuza. Yuza on the afternoon, a walk and a strikeout. And a strike called. And Logan Heil speeds down to second base. And popped him up. Lansing at first makes the out.
Number 3, Bill
So
Brown.
2 outs here. Brings up the leadoff hitter, Bill Brown. And Mr. Brown with a single and a run scored in the first. A strikeout and a single in the fourth. So he is 2 for 3. And reached base all 3 at-bats, as in the second inning he struck out, but a pass ball allowed him to scoot the first. Don Bruntklick, listening from Brill, says, "Go Millers." So we've got Scott watching along with Whisk Guitar and Don Bruntklick. 2-0 popped him up. It's going to stay in the infield. Lansing calls everybody off and makes the catch. Miller sent four to the plate. No runs. No hits. One left on. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Miller's leading the Expos 4-0. You're watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball on Wisconsin's sports leader, Zaleski Sports.
At Bauer & Fine Business Technologies in Marshfield, our company has been serving Central Wisconsin since 1955. We're still locally owned and believe strongly in supporting the communities that support us. If you're a current customer, thank you. If you're not a current customer, we'd love to work with you. Let's talk about copiers, printers, postage meters, and network services. Give us a call today at 800-288-2712 or visit our website at b-bt.com. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies. Better business together.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Back here at Jack Heckman Field in Marshfield, bringing you this afternoon's action. The final game of this tournament, the WBA Regional Tournament, hosted by the Marshfield Chaparrals. Our final game featuring the Brill Millers and the Elmwood Expos. Joe Anderson here, along with Chris Anderson, my producer. We've had 6 games on the docket here the last 3 days. 1 Friday night, 3 yesterday, and 2 today. And we are in the bottom of the 5th of game number 6. And John Lansing, Wyatt Sunby, and Connor Cruz up for the Expos, facing lefty Hunter Ashland, who had a no-hitter going into the 4th inning until Briggs Richards had a single up the middle to break it up. Count is 1-0 to Lansing. And then Lansing on the afternoon, 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. 2-1 the count. And the sun out for the time being. We'll see how long it stays. The clouds seem to kind of have a break and then they fill right back up again. Yesterday was just gloomy. Misty, little bits of rain, foggy. Today much warmer. It was only in the low 60s, and a base hit to right field for the first baseman of the Expos. So Lansing leads off the bottom of the 5th with a base hit to right. Wyatt Sunby, 0 for 1, struck out looking in the 2nd inning. Ashland has only given up 2 hits. And we're in the bottom of the 5th. Hit a no-hitter going into the 4th inning. Ashland's pitch right down Broadway for strike 1. 4-0 Millers over the Expos. Ashland with the pitch. And that curveball too high, called ball. 1-1 the count. Hard to believe that tomorrow will be the midpoint of August. A lot of schools starting up a little early. Held up on that. Ball 2. A lot of schools going back to that August start. You want to try to get done before Memorial Day. Always used to be that way until about 20 years ago. That law came into effect. State law popped him up. Will it be playable? Yes, it is. Wyatt Bowe says, you got to go. Makes the catch. First out. Connor Cruz, 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He struck out in the 3rd. So a lot of area schools starting up earlier. There's ways to do it. I'm not sure how to. Taught for 35 years. I didn't do the administrative part. Wouldn't want to. Fly ball, right field. Back goes Dietrich. And he makes the catch for out number 2. 2 outs brings up the number 9 hitter, Spencer Trainer, the catcher, who flew out to Chris Walters in the 3rd. Nope, teaching music was enough for me. Did it for 35 years. K-12. Some days the only difference between high school seniors and kindergartners was height. So if you've ever been a teacher, you'll know what I mean. 0-1 to Trainer. Ashland checks the runner, comes to the plate, pops him up. So 3 pop-ups here. Playable. Fisk in foul territory makes the out. Hunter Ashland keeps the Expos scoreless through 5 as the Millers lead 4-0. You are watching WBA Regional Tournament action here on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
I had an employee once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business, and I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Welcome back to Jack Hackman Field, Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA Tournament Baseball. Joe Anderson here providing play-by-play for you. They just had the 50-50 drawing, and somebody just won $78. Unfortunately, it was not me. Someone from over in the Elmwood section got the win. And to answer Whisk Guitar, pretty nice ballpark up there. You bet it is. This is a beautiful place to play baseball. Kind of dear to my heart. I spent most of the summer here. And this was also the place where my son Alec played his last ever high school sport. It was here in 2014 in a regional baseball game. Hard to believe that was 8 years ago. That went fast. Leading off here, the 6th inning, we'll see coming to the plate Kirby Bruncliffe, Chris Walters, and Brandon Johns. Evan Cisco. Oh, we have another new pitcher. Number 23, sorry about that. I was asleep at the switch. Briggs Richards has now come in to pitch.
Kirby Bruncliffe.
So Evan Cisco's day on the mound is done. And the line on Evan Cisco's pitching today, 1 inning, no hits, no walks, no strikeouts, and 1 hit batter. And that ball hit by Bruncliffe. And Bruncliffe beats it out. Churchill couldn't get it out of his glove in time. Let's see who's playing in left field here. And the snap throw back to first. And a fly ball hit the left field. And the catch made by the left fielder. I'm trying to pick up his number. I believe it's 25.
Number 27, Brandon Johns.
35 it is. And that's Mason Data on left. And he makes the catch for out number 1. And a stolen base for Kirby Bruncliffe. And batting now is Brandon Johns, the DH. Brandon on the afternoon. 2 walks, a run scored, and a single RBI single in the first. This is Briggs Richards on the mound for the Expos here in the 6th. Third pitcher of the afternoon, and a pop-up is going to be out of play in the stands. Well, Zaleski Sports, I would rank myself number 1. I know I'm not, but fly ball in between, and it's going to drop in front of Churchill in center. So a base hit for Brandon Johns. That's been the story of the weekend. A lot of these little bloopers right in between, Texas leaguers, tweeners, whatever you want to call them. We have yet to see a home run. Seen a triple and several doubles, but no homers yet. This is Hunter Ashland, the pitcher. He pops that out of play. The little kids scurrying after the foul balls. 1 out here in the top of the 6th, and the Millers leading 4-0. Hunter Ashland, a walk, fielder's choice, and a walk. So 0 for 1, and that walk was an RBI. And takes ball 1. Count even at a ball and the strike to Hunter Ashland. And Ashland hits it down, foul, left field, out of play. That is Mason Dado in left. I'll try to see if there's any other defensive changes here I can pick up quickly. Zach Hartung is at short. And the umpires are going to talk here in a minute. Churchill remains at second. Lansing at first. And Green at third. I don't know what they're discussing. I believe the only changes are Zach Hartung at short and Mason Dado in left. Oh, things are going to get happy now. Lucius is in the building. Okay, the conference is over. We got runners at second and third, and a fly ball for Ashland in the left field. Dado will camp under it and make the catch. Tagging up, Bruncliffe scores.
Number 34, Jared.
No, he doesn't. He comes back. Bruncliffe, he made an attempt to go on and he pulled it back. Jared Fisk batting. 2 outs now as Ashland is out. Jared Fisk struck out 3 times, 0 for 3. And he's in the hole 0-2 here with 2 outs. Runners at second and third for the Millers. Richards pitch. Call the ball. Clouds still hanging tough. The sun's trying its best to break through, but as soon as it does, about 5-6 minutes later, they puff back up again. And that pitch way inside. Jared Fisk has had a couple of little nose hair ticklers from pitches there today. That's the second one. And he slaps a base hit to center field. It's going to be off the glove of Churchill, and 2 runs are going to come in. No RBIs on the error in center. Lucius said it's an error, it's an error. I'll tell you something, he's a fun guy to be around, and he's a heck of a good umpire. That's all I can tell you. And one heck of a great American.
I don't have my $20 bill on.
That's all right. You can buy me more Nasonville cheese curds. Snap throw back to first, and it gets away from Lansing. And that will allow Fisk to advance to second. That ball right off of Churchill's glove in center. Two runs have come in. It's now 6-0 Millers. The Expos are on their third pitcher here in Briggs Richards. And Reese Dietrich will draw the walk. And the Expos seem to be wheels starting to come off the Expo bus. Logan Heil is going to bat for the Millers, the catcher. And Mr. Heil, strikeout, fly out, hit by pitch. 2 in, 2 on, 2 out. And ball 1. Strike 1, 1-1 to count. Heil waits the pitch. Takes strike 2, 1-2. Richards checks the runners, comes to the plate. Trainer knocks it down behind the plate. Good work defensively by that young man. This game started at 3:32. And foul out of play. Into the batting cages over past right field. Jack Hackman Field, built in the early 2000s when they put in the Veterans Parkway. Brand new facility. Jack Hackman, a very well-known and influential citizen of Marshfield. They named the ballpark after him. Fly ball, right center field. Is it going to drop? Yes, it does. And they're going to score 2 more. And a 2 RBI double for Logan Heil. as both Dietrich and Fisk come in to score. 4 runs here in the 6th.
Number 23, Matt.
And it's now 8-0. And that'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Matt Yuza, the 8th batter of the inning. Yuza, walk, strikeout, popped up. Mason Dado, Evan Cisco, and now Briggs Richards on the hill for the Expos. Yuza fouls that one out of play. Clouds cover back up the sun. Yuza, fly ball, left center field. Dado and Churchill give chase, and Churchill will call him off and make the catch. Dado kind of fell awkwardly out there in the outfield. Hope he's all right. Well, 4 runs in here in the top of the 6th for the Millers as they increase their lead to 8-0 over the Expos. We head to the bottom of the 6th. You are watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
Really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And, you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has, you know, my best interest in mind, always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
We head to the bottom of the 6th with the Millers leading the Expos 8-0. The Millers with 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 3rd, 1 in the 4th, and 4 here in the 6th. Hunter Ashland pitching a 2-hitter as he enters the 6th inning, and he will face the top of the order. Tyler Churchill, Adam Churchill, and Briggs Richards coming to bat. Okay, Don. I don't know. I'm going to Don Brunswick his question. If he had a base hit, he would have 1 RBI. Second wouldn't be. Okay. You make a good point. Remember, I'm not the official scorer either, so an awful lot of what I say could be a bunch of baloney. That's what my kids always used to say. And the cost of bologna nowadays is, you know, bologna used to be fairly economical to buy. You go to the store and you go, holy moly, that's not cheap. Batting for Elmwood is Ryan Cisco. Adam Churchill coming to bat as Cisco strikes out. Leading off the bottom of the 6th, Adam Churchill on the afternoon. Hit by the pitch and popped up to Bill Brown at short. A 2-hitter so far for Hunter Ashland. He had a no-hitter going into the 4th inning, broken up by Briggs Richards. And only giving up one other hit, and that was in the 5th to Jonah Lansing. Other than that, he's been throwing zeros. He struck out 5 batters so far and walked none. Ground ball. Bow to Fisk. Well over Fisk's head. It's going to be an E5. And Churchill will scamper to second base. Bow scooped it up, but that throw was about 15 feet over first baseman Jer Fisk's head. That'll bring up Briggs Richards. Richards on the afternoon reached on a fielder's choice and had a single on a stolen base. He's got Adam Churchill at second with 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th. Hunter Ashland, the pitch. Right down Broadway for strike 1. I do like the banter and the comments on the YouTube page. 1, it's fun. 2, you know people are watching and they're listening, and I appreciate that very much. And that's foul out of play past third base. So thank you, Don, for that. And Whisk Guitar. Scott also watching from Wilmer, Minnesota. Leave a comment on the YouTube page and I'll give you a shout out. Oh, 2 the count to Briggs Richards. Make that 1-2. Ashland gets the sign, checks the runner at second, comes to the plate. Fly ball, center field. Kirby Bruntlick makes the catch for out number 2. That'll bring up Cody Holden. Cody on the afternoon, 2 strikeouts, 1 swinging, 1 looking. 0 for 2. We have a new batter, and it's going to be number 6. Instead of Holden, it's going to be number 6, Zach Hartung. And Hartung with a fly ball to center field and a great catch by Bruntlick for the out. So back-to-back putouts by the center fielder Kirby Bruntlick leave Adam Churchill stranded at second. We've got 6 in the books. It remains Brill Millers 8 and the Elmwood Expos 0. You are watching WBA Regional Tournament action here on Wisconsin Sports Leader, Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. R&R Flooring in Spencer is your place for the best in innovation and lowest pricing for your flooring project. New or remodel, tile, carpet, hardwood, ceramic, cork, you name it, R&R Flooring is ready for you today. R&R Flooring supports area programs like the broadcast you're watching and also supports area suppliers so you get great quality and pricing that fits your budget. Go to R&R Flooring today to see their showroom of flooring, furniture, mattresses, and custom-built showers. R&R Flooring in Spencer.
Hi, this is Van Patrick Oates from Rapids Awards and More. People ask, what is the more part of Awards and More? Well, that means that we're more than just an award store. We engrave glass, wood, plastic, guns, Yeti cups, medals, knives, and so much more. We're located on the web at awardsandmore.us. And if you're in the Wisconsin Rapids area, visit our physical store at 1210 Pepper Avenue or check us out on Facebook. Rapids Awards and more than just awards.
If you lose direction, you can grab my hand. I'll be the one behind you to say no one-man band. Just follow your dreams and keep your promises.
We're all different, but we all want great health insurance. See why we're rated #1 in service, coverage, and affordability in Central Wisconsin.
New pitcher on the mound for the Expos here as we go to the top of the 7th. Bill Brown leading things off. We'll run down of the pitchers here. Mason Dado, 4 innings, 5 hits, 4 walks, struck out 6 and allowed 4 runs. Evan Cisco came in the 5th and threw zeros but hit 1 batter. And as Brown grounds out for the first out. He was relieved by Evan Cisco, as I said. Only hit a batter, 1 inning of pitching. Briggs Richards, 1 inning, gave up 3 hits. No walks, no strikeouts, but gave up 4 runs. Now on the mound for the Expos is Jared Pelzel. And he is facing Kirby Bruncliffe, and the center fielder who had back-to-back putouts in the bottom of the 6th, that is. 2 for 4, with 2 runs scored. And he draws a walk. A 4-pitch walk will put Kirby Bruncliffe at first. Chris Walters the batter now for the Millers. 3 flyouts and a fielder's choice, so 0 for 4. Strike 1. Just a reminder, not trying to foreshadow anything, but we do have a 10-run rule after 7 innings. And it's 8-0 right now in favor of the Millers. 1 in the first, 2 in the third, 1 in the fourth, and a 4-run 5th, 4-run 6th have made it 8-0. And a ground ball, foul, down the third baseline. And Hunter Ashland has pitched a gem, 2-hitter. That pitch gets by the catcher Spencer Trainer. That will allow Bruncliffe to advance to second. And Chris Walters with a full count, 3-2, with 1 away here in the top of the 7th. And he strikes out. 2 outs now will bring up Brandon Johns, the DH. Brandon with a single, a walk, and a single, 2 for 2. With 2 walks and 2 runs scored for the designated hitter, the Justin Turner doppelganger. One and 1 the count. Jared Pelzel, the 4th pitcher for Elmwood this afternoon. His first inning of work. And the pitch. Strike. 2-2 the count with 2 outs. Kirby Bruncliffe at second. The left-hander comes to the plate. Chopper is going to be fouled down the third baseline. Third base coach Nolan stands, scoops it up, tosses it back. Not sure of the defensive changes. We know that there's been some changes for Elmwood we haven't picked up yet defensively. We'll try to do our best. And struck him out looking. Good pitch by Jared Pelzel to end the inning. 7th inning stretch time, and the Millers lead the Expos 8-0. You're watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball here on Zaleski Sports.
First things first with Mid-State Technical College. Dual credit programs earn you college credit in high school. Then choose a path that suits you. Use your skills to start your career or transfer to a university to continue your degree. Choose a new career. Transition easily and quickly by upgrading your skills. Or continue your education with dozens of classes to get you on your path. No matter your stage of the game, your first move is Mid-State Technical College.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
We head to the bottom of the 7th, and the Expos at bat, and they will bring to the plate Tim Green, Jonah Lansing, and Wyatt Sundby, and a new pitcher for the Millers, Matt Uza, number 23. Moves over from second base. Good outing for Hunter Ashland. And a great defensive play on that pop-up by Logan Heil to get the out. One away here. Compiling the numbers for Mr. Ashland's pitching today. And that ball gets away from the third baseman. Kirby Bruntlick. Who's moved over to second base. The line on Hunter Ashland's pitching today, 6 innings, walked none, struck out 6, hit 1 batter, no runs allowed, and only 2 hits. And that ball slapped right to Bruntlick at second. He'll get it over to short for 1. And not enough time for the double play. So Lansing out at second for the second out. And Sundby with the fielder's choice. At first with 2 away, and that brings up Connor Cruz, the DH. Connor in the afternoon, a strikeout and a flyout, 0 for 2. Strike called. Uza in his first inning of work wearing the Haugen Hornets jersey, uniform. Again, a lot of these teams you can bring in a player or two from other teams for the tournament. There is a list of rules and regulations regarding that. You want to learn more about that, go to the Wisconsin Baseball Association website and check those rules out on your own. Also, if you want to know who is qualified for state, that is the place to go as well. And a base hit. No. Brunklick knocks it down. And can't get the out at second. The Expos actually have runners in scoring position.
Number 25, Spencer Trainer.
And they haven't had anybody in scoring position have the Expos since the 4th inning. They had a runner at third in the 1st inning, couldn't score, and were held off pretty much off the bases until the 4th inning. And very few and far between base runners. Spencer Trainer now comes to bat. Spencer in the afternoon 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. 2 on with 2 out. Matt Uza, the pitcher. And he gets him to pop up out of play. 6 innings for Hunter Ashland, who had a no-hitter through coming into the 4th inning, broken up by Briggs Richards. The only other hit of the afternoon given up by Ashland was in the 5th, and that was by Jonah Lansing. Oh, and 2 the count with 2 away here in the bottom of the 7th. Spencer Trainer waits the pitch from Uza. Checks the runner, goes to the plate. Chopper, Bruntlick that is, and gets the force out at second. Seven in the books. It remains Brill leading Elmwood 8-0. You are watching WBA Regional Tournament Baseball on Wisconsin Sports Leader Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
When the last thing you need to happen does. One of our 17 mobile service trucks from Sherrill Tire and Service Center can get you rolling again. Sherrill Tire and Service Center is your locally owned commercial and farm tire specialist. Find us at SherrillTire.com.
Yep. Welcome back, friends. We're heading to the top of the 8th here in our final game of this tournament here from Jack Hackman Field in Marshfield, Wisconsin, the WBA, Wisconsin Baseball Association Regional Tournament. The Millers leading the Expos 8-0, and they'll bring to the plate Hunter Ashland, Jer Fisk, and Reese Dietrich to face Jared Pelzel, the 4th pitcher used today by the Expos, and he's in his 2nd inning of work. Miller's pitching has kept the base paths rather quiet for the Expos. The Expos lost game 1 that they played yesterday against the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks 7-2, and losing here 8-0 in the final game of this tournament. And Hunter Ashland swings the ball at strike 1. Hunter on the afternoon. A walk, a fielder's choice, a walk, and a flyout. More importantly, he pitched a gem through 6. A two-hitter. Here's the pitch. And Pelzel, he works fast. He gets the ball, gets right back, and he's ready to go. And swing and a miss. Gets past the catcher. And he'll reach on the pass ball. So a strikeout credited to Jared Pelzel, but the pass ball on Trainer allows Ashland to trot to first. Jared Fisk, the first baseman, yet to get an official hit today. Struck out his first 3 at-bats and reached on an error. Could be 2, out at second. And out at first. So a double play for the Expos. I'll bring up Reese Dietrich, who pitched a gem of a game yesterday for the Millers. Had a chance to interview him after the game. Both of these teams 3-hour drives or more. Coming on up on the 6 o'clock hour. First pitch was at 3:32. And we're here in the top of the 8th inning with 2 outs. Reese, 1 for 3. And gets his second walk of the game with 2 outs. And it'll bring up Logan Heil. Logan Heil with an RBI double in the 6th. He's also been hit by a pitch, struck out, and flew out. Has Mr. Heil. Scratch that. It's number 8. That was Thomas Richter at bat. Sorry about that, friends. Want to make sure Thomas gets credited for his efforts. And Richter hits it to the left fielder for the 3rd out. That should be Dato. We head to the bottom of the 8th. No runs, no hits. Nobody left for the Millers. Head to the bottom of the 8th, as I said. It's still Millers 8 and Expos nothing. You're watching Zaleski Sports broadcast of the WBA Regional Tournament.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier. Treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special.
Come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. They are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Catcher, number 8. We head to the bottom of the 8th inning here. New catcher for the Millers. It's number 8, Thomas Richter. And batting here for the Expos is Ryan Sisko, who struck out his first at bat. It's a ground ball to Brunklick at second. Over to Fisk at first for the first out. Second inning of relief work for Matt Yuza. Brings up Adam Churchill, the second baseman for Elmwood. Hit by a pitch, flew out, reached on an error. So 0 for 2, and he hits a fly ball to left field. And catch is made. Chris Walters still in left. They don't inform us of the defensive changes up here. Only the ones we can kind of figure out. So 2 up, 2 down.
Number 23, Briggs Richards.
So Briggs Richards, the batter. And takes ball 1. Matt Yuza. Second inning of relief work. Count even out, a ball and the strike. Strike 2. 1 and 2. Richards broke up the no-hitter in the 4th inning. And the lefty has the count even at 2 and 2. Clouds, of course, have formed back up again and blocked out the sun. Darkened it a little bit. Lights still not on. They have not used them today. It's been a much brighter day today. Yesterday had that mist in the air, and we had on and off little sprinkles. It's been overcast for about 98% of the weekend. Full count pitch, swing, fly ball, left field, right at Walters. Makes a great catch for out number 3. Great defensive play by Chris Walters. Back-to-back putouts for the left fielder. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the top of the 9th with the Millers leading the Expos 8-0. You're watching Zaleski Sports broadcast of WBA baseball tournament action.
Chili Implement, located just west of Marshfield in Chili, is your Kubota dealer in central Wisconsin. Big or small, Chili Implement has all the best equipment waiting for you. From farm tractors to lawn care, plus work and have fun in a Kubota side-by-side. Choose Chili Implement for your parts and service too. Chili Implement, open Monday through Saturday to serve you and 24/7 online at chiliimplement.com. Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and zero premium, company paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood.
Back here to Marshfield in the WBA tournament. Top of the 9th, and leading things off for the Brill Millers will be Matt Yuza, then Bill Brown and Kirby Brunklick. I'm going to get that right yet. And he gets hit right away, Yuza does, to lead off the top of the 9th. We're kind of chuckling about that. There was some chatter there, some discussion about a hit batter in the first game. And back-to-back hit batters. Oh, my goodness. Bill Brown barely got in the box, and got hit in the leg. Doubtful that Pelzel's doing it on purpose. Why would you do that when you're down 8-0? Ball just got away from him. So now you got runners at first and second with nobody out. Back-to-back hit batters. And Kirby Brunklick, pretty successful day. A double, a single, a walk, and a fly out, and a ground out. 2 for 4. Not sure what his relationship is with Mr. Don Brunklick. As Don has made I know he's watching, he's made some good comments. Two and one the count. 2 on, none out here in the top of the 9th. Make it 3-1. Another Canadian national cruising through town. This time, which direction? They've been going east lately. We have a fly ball to right field's going to drop for a base hit. Here goes Yuza. And they're going to hold him at third. Zach Hartung didn't realize that Bill Brown was going to dive back to second. He just grabbed the ball and turned around. It's like Bill Brown was right next to him, putting his hand on the bag. So a base hit as the freight train's heading west this time for Brunklick. We have a meeting of minds on the mound. The bases are loaded with nobody out. And Tom Suave comes out and talks to his pitcher. Spencer Trainer and Jared Pelzel continue to chat on the mound, and he comes back. And Chris Walters will bat now for the Millers with nobody out and the bases loaded. Flew out twice, had a fielder's choice, flew out again, and struck out. So 0 for 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 0 for 5. And that pitch outside for ball 1. No place to put him. And Pelzel pitching from the windup. And the little ground ball is going to go foul. I guess if you look at it this way from the Expos standpoint, you got to now force out at every base. And slapped right past the second baseman. Yuza will come in. And so will Brown. So 2 come in on the 2 RBI single for Chris Walters. And we're going to have a pitching change here. As we got runners at the corners with nobody out. We'll keep it here. And number 19 will come in to pitch here in the 9th. And that is Tom Suave. Pelzel 1 inning of work. 2 innings, that is, excuse me. 2 hit batters. He walked 1, struck out 2.
Number 27, Brandon Johns.
And gave up two hits. And Tom Suave in now in the 9th inning. And this is Brandon Johns at the plate. And Johns ahead in the count 2-1. And a fly ball to left field. If it stays fair, it could drop, and it's foul. Just foul. If that had been fair, at least one, if not two runs would have come in. Fly ball again to left. It's deep. Catch is made. So a sac fly for Brandon Johns. For the first out of the inning, that'll bring in Kirby Brunklick. So 3 runs here in the 9th has made it 11-0. Hunter Ashland, the batter. And Ashland, really good pitching performance from the Millers. And a no-hitter going into the 4th, and only gave up 2 hits in his 6 innings of work. And he hits it right at the first baseman. Out at 2, out at 1, double play, and that'll end the 9th inning for the Millers. 3 runs come in to make it 11-0 as we head to the bottom of the 9th. Expos coming up from their last at bat. You are watching the WBA tournament on Zaleski Sports.
Grassland Dairy Products is your match for an exciting new career today. Go to grassland.com to see the opportunities waiting for you. Browse through careers like CDL truck driver, shipping and receiving, line tech, quality assurance, forklift, maintenance tech, inventory associates, and more. Great compensation, weekly pay, and 0 premium company-paid health, dental, and life. Apply now at grassland.com or in person at Grassland Dairy Products, Fairground Avenue, just south of Greenwood. Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, has been a Central Wisconsin resident her entire life. That means she has the inside edge on knowing the landscape and what it takes to care for your real estate needs. Whether you're buying or selling, Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, is your friend and neighbor, ready to help.
I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor First Weber, with experience in residential and commercial real estate. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Head to the bottom of the 9th for the Expos. Zach Hartung, Tim Green, and Jonah Lansing. And they need 11 runs. They're facing Matt Yuza. Yuza in his 3rd inning of work here in relief of Hunter Ashland. Oh, Brunswick, thank you. Thank you, Chuck Heil. I've got Brunklick down. And Chuck Heil is watching from Haugen and rooting for Brill. And Don Brunklick says, my nephew, my brother John, is coach, and Todd Kirby's brother pronounced Brunswick. Okay. Thank you for the correction. 1-2 the count to Zach Hartung here in the bottom of the 9th. Thanks for the corrections, guys. Much appreciated. Don and Chuck, thanks for watching as well. Swing and a miss. And tags him out. Thomas Richter, the catcher here now for the Millers. So 1 away brings up Tim Green.
Number 17, Tim.
No, it's number 3. It's Sean Ingley. Sean Ingley, the batter. And he takes ball 1. Pinch hitting is Sean Ingley for Tim Green. Count even now to ball and the strike. Don, we thank you for your comments. It's our pleasure to bring you this feed. Hope you've enjoyed the game. The lights are now on. We're coming up on 6 o'clock. And that pitch just outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count with 1 away here in the bottom of the 9th. And the Expos trailing 11-0. Strike 3. 2 away. We'll bring up, see if they've got a pinch hitter. No, I believe that's Mr. Lansing. Yes, it is. So Jonah Lansing, the first baseman, will come to bat. 1 for 3. Single in the 5th, struck out in the 2nd, and grounded out in the 7th. And he takes strike 1 from Matt Yuza. And thank you, Chuck, for the nice words. I appreciate the comment. Got to try to become Whisk Guitar's #1 announcer. I'm working hard at it. 2 outs here. Jonah Lansing. Popped up. It's going to be out of play. Playable. And that's it. Final out. And the Millers take the final game of the tournament by the score of 11-0 over the Elmwood Expos. Stay tuned for the Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. You can get those fresh cheese curds in Marshfield or Curtis, or log on to NasonvilleDairy.com.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com.
All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Your wannabe. Yes. You had a no one in the fourth inning. Oh, I didn't know. As soon as I said that, kidding.
I was getting around there anyways. You know? There's a reason I only went 6.
Very good. But 2 hits.
Yeah, not too shabby.
We're going to put you in the house. After I talk to you, you know what? You're going to say, my name is Hunter Ash. I'm in the house. Highlight house.
Cool. Okay.
That's what it means.
Cool.
And there's my wife with the camera up there. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Zaleski Sports broadcast of the WBA Regional Tournament Ball Tournament here in Marshfield. With me is Hunter Ashland. Hunter pitched 6 innings today, gave only 2 hits, had a no-hitter going through up to the 4th inning. Hunter, what are some of your thoughts on the game today?
You know, it's really easy to pitch confident with a defense like behind me, and the 2 hits I had going on wasn't all me. In fact, it was a lot of big plays behind me. So.
What does it feel to be the winning pitcher for the team that goes now to state? I always see that coming. That's the second time that's happened this year. We'll let you gather your thoughts here a second.
Sorry.
You're good. And what are your thoughts on heading to the state tournament?
You know, we make it a goal every year. We're really excited. Baseball, a different mentality for us. And we feel like we're one of those teams that can really make a run at it, you know?
Well, thank you. We're going to put you in the house on Mike, and I'll let you look at the camera and do your thing.
All right. Okay. My name is Hunter Ashland, and I'm in the house.
Thank you, Hunter. And congratulations. Good luck to the state tournament. All right. All righty, friends. Baseball is concluded now for us here at Zaleski Sports. Kind of taking a look here at the regional bracket. In Pool A, the Washburn Sharptails finished this tournament at 2-0. The Eau Claire Bears at 1-1, and the Marshfield Chaparrals at 2. The team Pool B, the Wisconsin Rapids Redhawks finished at 1-1. Elmwood Expos at 0-2. And the Brill Millers 2-0, and they have advanced to the state tournament. Congratulations to the Brill Millers. For more information on state qualifiers and other information regarding the state tournament, go to the WBA website. If you're not sure where it is, Google it, and you'll be able to find it. It's been a fun weekend baseball coverage here for me and Chris on Zaleski Sports. We hope you enjoyed our 6 games we brought to you starting Friday night. Starting this coming Friday night, we have football, where I'll be in the CETA and Chris will be in St. Croix Falls. 12 teams, 12 crews for Zaleski Sports will be going out to cover football. High school football becomes a major production for us here at Zaleski Sports, and we also will be bringing you all sorts of other activities, including soccer, volleyball, you name it, we'll cover it. Thank you very much for all of you watching this afternoon and throughout the weekend and throughout the season. It's been a pleasure to bring you football here on Zaleski Sports. On behalf of my wife, Chris, it's Joe Anderson. And we'll catch you on Zaleski Sports for football and volleyball upcoming. Have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you Friday night.